What is up, everybody? Just got back from the thrift store about 45 minutes ago or so. Spent a decent amount. Let me see how many items I got. What do we got? So I spent $276, got 41 items. So what does that come out to? Just over $6, $7 an item. But I got some pretty good stuff, so I was fine. Much. That's typically, usually I'm about the $5 to $6 range, especially with jackets coming up. I got a decent amount of jackets and like sweaters and stuff. Those are usually higher price for me in my store. Higher price in my store, obviously, and then also higher price at the thrift store. But I get 35% off. I get 35% off all my items, and then also the 50% off clothing sale that they usually, or colored tag sale that they do every week. On Fridays they do 5 for $5, sometimes 10 for $5. But yeah, I definitely have seen the pickup since summer. The summer slump is away. I've hit a few $1,000 days. Yesterday it was over $1,000 a day. The day before that, I think it was just under 1,000. So jackets are flying out of the store, so I was glad that I around just for that reason. Like, you're already prepared when people start shopping and stuff. But yeah, got 41 items, so I'll go over most of them. Hopefully I don't bore you too much. So let's start. This is the Frat Boy Express puffer, down puffer vest. You know, all those kids in college have to impress all those sorority girls with their red plaid flannels and their vests, their puffer vests at the bar. These things are aplenty in college, at least when I was in college. I don't even know what I'm going to price it at. It's just a Hollister one. Probably has like $35. I need to look up comps. So I bought this. There's no brand on it. I just bought it because it's a cool looking shirt. Like a tribal print, kind of African tribal print or whatever. Not really sure. Doesn't even have a tag on it. But I'm still gonna ask probably about $35 just because it's pretty cool. Got another FootJoy golf polo. This is $4.99 minus the 35%, so $3.24. These always do pretty well for me, about $20 to $25. So back in the day, I used to skateboard, believe it or not. 7th and 8th grade were my peak years of skateboarding. But stripes are hot right now for men's clothing, so I try to pick up if it's a good brand, and obviously if it's striped. So I'll probably ask about $25 on this. There's a little cracking on the logo, but not too bad. And it was $1.94. So this is a pretty cool t-shirt. It's a North Face. I don't even know. Ames Bros. Never heard of them. They're probably professional snowboarders, I would guess. But yeah, this is like a Bigfoot. I need to look up comps, but North Face always does well for me. So I'm fairly certain this is a Manchester United or Arsenal, maybe. Arsenal looks more like it. The O2, I think, is Arsenal. I'll have to look it up. Actually, it might be Manchester United. I forget. Whatever. I need to look up what the rose means, though. So if anyone does know, oh, here we go. What does it say on the inside collar? Oh, it's not in English, so I don't know. Rugbella Floria Tubique. I don't know. If anyone knows what this is, this might be Switzerland, though. I think that's a Swiss flag. Oh, that could be their flag. Arsenal. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I've seen that O2 logo quite a bit. Here's a pretty nice jacket. This ended up costing me, I think, $9.74. LL Bean men's, like kind of a longer sort of puffer jacket, and then the hood. Pretty nice. One should get about $60 to $75 for it. Looks in very good condition. So typically I don't pick up LL Bean for the most part, but that was a pretty good price for that type of jacket. Here's a new without tags. It still has the hang tag or whatever. OGO. I didn't pick it up because of the brand. I picked it up for the patch. It's a Ford Arizona proving ground. I'm pretty sure in Arizona they test a bunch of different cars, not just Ford cars, but they also get a test drive. My ex-girlfriend, actually, her dad did it. He worked for Ford for like, I don't know, 30 plus years or 25 years or something. And he actually got to go out to Arizona and they rent a bunch of like high-end cars like Ferrari, Lamborghinis, Nissan GTRs and stuff. And they just get to essentially wreck the fuck out of them. Just take them to the limits. He was telling me that they shattered. So they were behind, they were in a Ferrari, and then, so they're racing up mountains actually out in Arizona. And yeah, one of the cars in front of them kicked up a bunch of rocks and just shattered the entire windshield. And they just return it to the rental place and say, charge it on the card, and they get it all fixed up again. So not a bad gig. Kind of paid up for these. These are Emporio Armani jeans though. I think I paid 13 bucks for them. Nice patch on the back. And then the eagle or whatever it is logo. Probably ask about 75 bucks on these. These are good size 34. So I think, I'm not sure if these are men's or women's, honestly. They're size 34. And yeah, I think these are men's. Kind of a gaudy, you know, the Rock Revival, crazy ass, big stitch, gaudy. I can't get women in the club, so I have to wear these kind of jeans, you know? And they're all white, but they're flawless, so that's pretty nice. What did I pay for these? I ended up paying 13 bucks for these too. Rock Revival does pretty well though. Here's another brand I usually don't pick up, but since the puffer vests are in right now, here's an Eddie Bauer. Again, paid up a little bit for this. Or actually, no, this is half off, so yellow tag was half off, so this is $8, $8.50. So I'll probably ask about 40 on it. So I looked up comps on this brand, and so it is Luigi Bianchi Mantova. Never heard of it. Looked it up because the jacket looked pretty nice. It's like this, almost like a puffer trench coat. Very good condition. Did pay up for it, $29.99 minus the 35%. But the suit coats, so the only thing that I could see were suit coats, and they were going anywhere from 180 to 250 bucks. So I assume the jacket will go for a little bit more. So I might ask about $300 to $500 on that jacket. So we'll see. It was funny because they see me in there all the time, and the lady, I had a new ringer, cash register person, whatever, ring me up, and she goes, "What do? Do you sell all this clothing?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a full-time business." I'm never shy about if people ask what I'm doing. Like, they know. I mean, I'm spending thousands of dollars at a Salvation Army each month, so I don't really care if they were judging me for selling used clothing. I mean, there's just this false belief that we're stealing from the poor, when in reality, I mean, places like Salvation Army, by giving them all this money to buy their clothes, you're actually helping the poor even more. Because I think like 97, 98% of the money they get in goes to help charities, whatever work they do, rehab, getting people to work, feeding the hungry. And also, again, we're helping the environment, just saving people from buying new clothes all the time. So also, if resellers didn't exist, it's not like we're walking in and buying out the entire thrift store. We're buying a very less than 1% of 1% of any of the clothing at one time. Like, it's just crazy. So I don't mind telling people. It doesn't make any difference to me. They can get upset, I guess, but like, it's equal opportunity buyers all in there. So I believe this is a men's jacket. A quick way, usually most brands, if it's men's, the zipper will be on the right side. The zipper will be on the left side. Obviously, this doesn't hold true for every single brand, but that's a quick way to usually tell. But this is a pretty nice Burton jacket, and it's fairly cheap. I think I got it for about 10 bucks. Yeah, $16.99 minus the 35%. Burton jackets do pretty well for me. Obviously, this one's pretty plain, but it does have the fake fur on the hood. So I'll probably get about $75 for it. What is this? Oh, this is probably the find of the day. This Kappa jacket. Kappa's a soccer brand. It's got the big on the front. Funny story is, in high school, I actually had a pair of Kappa shorts, and my stepmom refused to wash them because they were derogatory to women because they have naked women as their logo. So she refused to wash them. So that was fun. But yeah, this is actually a pretty nice jacket. It has a large spell out on the back. Probably ask about $100 for it, $120 for it. And this was really cheap. I paid, what did I pay for it? $3.24 for it. So this is a pretty cool Nike jacket, actually. Fairly plain besides this stuff on the sleeve. I don't even know. It's like, it says Nike pretty abstractly. Is that the word, abstractly? Abstract? I don't know. But it has that. It's also on the back. Pretty cool jacket. Probably ask about $40 on it or so. Cost me $5.84. I believe it's max. Oh well. I'll still ask, like, that probably drives the price down a little bit. But whatever. New tags, Michigan Wolverines, boo, golf polo. This stuff always does well for me. They have quite a big following, obviously, so I'll probably get about $30 to $35 for it. Paid $8. Here's a brand that usually they overprice, so I don't pick it up. Thomas Pink. This is just a golf polo or polo shirt. This is fairly cheap, $4.54. I'm probably gonna ask. I need to look up comps actually, so I don't even know what I'm gonna ask. The dress shirts sell pretty well, but again, like, they always overprice them. Here's a Nat Nast luxury originals. This usually, some tags are like this. They have a few different types of tags. This is like kind of a retro vintage looking, like, button up polo. So Kawasaki does pretty well for me when I do find it, especially if it has the large logo. And this also has a spell out on the side. People love their motorcycles and dirt bikes and all that stuff. Snowmobiles too, I think they make. What is this? Hermeni Gildo Zegna, whatever, however you say it. I don't know. It's probably Italian name. Oh, I find so much Western Michigan stuff. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if you're looking for anything in particular, but yeah, I always go through good old Broncos, row the boat, you know. The old football coach is actually in the Big Ten now. He's coaching Minnesota, Golden Gophers. Wonder what his motto is going to be for them. Here's an Under Armour half zip. These always do pretty well for me. You get about $35, 30 to 35. Paid $6 for it, so not a bad 500x return on investment. Here's a Howard University spell out hoodie. Howard University is, I believe it's a historically black college. Their stuff does pretty well for me. Like hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, any of the spell out stuff always does pretty well. And this is cheap, $3.24. Just flying along. This was actually pretty cool. Michigan. New tags, Michigan football long sleeve, has a nice little mitten logo, Michigan mitten. Here's a brand that does decently well for me. Orvis. It's like an outdoor brand. Polo. Probably get about $20 to $25 for it. Paid $4. Did you guys let me know in the comment section, do you guys all opt in for that eBay guaranteed delivery? I ended up doing it just because I know eBay is probably going to start punishing the people that don't do it in the search rankings. So figured I'd get a head start on it. And then if I leave town or whatever, like early for the weekend. Like I'm going to Colorado in a couple of weeks to visit a friend. I'm probably gonna redo my handling time because I'm leaving on a Thursday, so I'll probably switch back to 2-day handling time when I'm gone so that I don't get dinged on my account at all. Here's a Brooks Brothers slim fit dress shirt. I typically only pick up slim fit stuff for dress shirts lately. I've kind of pulled back on how many dress shirts and polos I'm buying just because, I don't know, the market doesn't seem to be responding very well to it. I don't know. Not getting the prices that I used to. But, oh yeah, so this week, actually, so I technically shouldn't be on YouTube right now or even thrifting, but I got a little stir crazy. So this week, I'm going through my inventory, all of it. So I do, when I used to live in an apartment, I had just the bin system. Now I live in a 3-bedroom house. So I do hanging stuff. And then also I haven't phased out the bin system just because I don't have enough clothing racks. I should probably actually just make some. So I ended up making a 10-foot long clothing rack when I first moved. Just went to Home Depot. Told them exactly what I wanted. They got all the right pieces for me. So I made a 10-foot clothing rack for $80. Very nice. It's steel pipes, plumbing pipes, pretty thick in diameter. And it holds 300 pieces of clothing. So I should probably make like 5 more of those. But yeah, so I went through all my inventory to make sure it's all listed on eBay. And of course, which I expected that it's not all going to be, but I didn't expect just how much wasn't listed. So I'm almost 80% of the way done. I got 5 more bins, I believe, left. And I hate to admit it, but like I probably will have over 200 items that weren't listed on eBay. I don't know how that happened. Obviously, when you're a large company like eBay, you're going to have some stuff that falls through the cracks with them. So yeah, my assistants are going to be nice and busy for the next week and a half or so, getting all that stuff out. How many items do I list a day? I don't keep track. I at least try to get up 10 items a day, but I definitely get up more than that. I would say if I had to guess, on average, probably about 30 items a day. And then on like really good days, I'll get like 70 items up. But I would say my average is probably about 30. These are Ralph Lauren. Big Pony, got the number on the side. Polo, the big ponies always do well for me, so I always pick them up. And they didn't overprice on these. Usually they do. This is $5.84. I'll probably get about 30 to 35 on it. Here's a vintage North Face half zip, men's half zip, with the spell out on the collar. Paid a decent amount for this, $7. Probably gonna ask about 35 on it, especially now that it's getting a little, well, it's not really getting colder. It's probably not gonna get colder for like another 2.5 months, honestly. Seasons keep getting pushed back further and further. Here's some new with tags, Banana Republic dress pants. Dress pants always do well for me, especially if they're new with tags. Paid $6.50. Usually I get about 35 to 40 on these. This is a pretty cool shirt. It's an Under Armour Maryland Pride long sleeve. On the back, got the hashtag by any means. MarylandPride.com. I don't know. Nice little saying. Amp them up, you know. Here's a stitched Adidas University of Michigan football jersey, size small. It's actually pretty nice. Got the nice vents on the side. Anytime the items are stitched, any jerseys that are usually stitched means they're a higher quality, obviously, than the screen printed ones. But yeah, I need to do a Michigan road trip. You find so much good stuff for cheap. Yes. Come out this way. We'll hang out. I actually had someone, I don't even know how they got my phone number, and I'm sorry if you do follow me and I didn't respond to you. Because I didn't really know how to respond, so I just didn't. But I got a text from someone that said they found me on YouTube. I really don't know how, again, I don't know how they got my phone number, unless they know someone that knew it. But they essentially wanted to go on a sourcing trip with me. And then they asked me how much I would charge for them to go on the trip with me. I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't even know how to respond to that, because like I wouldn't charge you, but there's so much more to it than just seeing what I pick up. There's so many more. I want to respond like there's more factors to it than like you and I could be selling the exact same item, same color, same size, same brand, but I'm probably going to get a higher price and I'm probably going to sell it faster than you, especially if you're a new seller, because there's a lot more factors into it. Photos, keywords. If you like, you can go on a sourcing trip with me, but if you don't know the keywords to put, then it's not going to help you. Feedback, if you have a store or not, how many items are in your store. Like there's so many other factors than just going on a sourcing trip with me. Now, I wouldn't be that worried. Like I'd meet up. I mean, if they want to kill me in the parking lot of Salvation Army, then I guess that's going to happen no matter what, right? I mean, I guess if I invited them, it wouldn't happen no matter what. But if I'm going to die or if someone wants to kill me, they'll find a way to kill me. So I don't really view it as being unsafe. Here's a vintage. I've never actually seen this brand before. It's Nautica, but I've never seen this style. It's Nautica Sport Tech is the name. It's a nice big spell out from 2000, it looks like. Never Stop Trying, January 1st, 2000 on the back. So what was that? That was Y2K, right? So just the hype of the year changing. Remember all that hype? That was so funny. People just like loading up, thinking it was going to be the end of the world because the calendars or computers couldn't figure out how to use the word or use the year at 00. So that was funny. I think my grandma stocked up actually. Here's another brand, so Yamaha. This is a nice big logo with a nice spell out on both sleeves. So I'll probably ask about 40 to 50 on this. There's a little bit of cracking, but not too bad. Almost done here. I kind of want to make this quick so I could get back to, I just want to get a few items up listed today and then finish a couple bins of inventory. But no, this is actually really nice. This was just set out actually. So it's a vintage North Face. I'm pretty sure this is a vintage tag for North Face. So vintage North Face puffer vest, spell out on the front. Again, paid 17 minus the 35%. It's a good size, medium. So yeah, I'll probably ask about 75 bucks on that. This is a pretty cool shirt, sweater thing, Harley Davidson. It's like lined, so it's almost like a jacket / thermal shirt. This is pretty cheap too. This is $5. Nothing really on the back. There's a small Harley Davidson logo embroidered on the back. These typically do pretty well for me. So since it has a large spell out and it's embroidered and it's almost like a shirt jacket, I'll probably ask about 35 to 40 on it. So I do have to admit that the one thing I do like selling of women's clothing are jeans because they're super easy to photograph and measure. So I've been looking more in the women's jeans section, especially looking for vintage high-waisted Levi's. I think there's someone on, I forget who it is, someone on Instagram who posts about vintage Levi jeans all the time on Poshmark and gets like 80 bucks for a pair. So I actually found my first pair of women's high-waisted vintage Levi's today. Perfection. Look at this. This is a long-ass waist for a big old butt. Just kidding. Well, not really. So all the vintage Levi's will have like a paper tag in the middle. If you ever come across Levi's that have the cloth tag in it, they definitely are not vintage. So these are 550 relaxed fit tapered leg. What size are they? 16W. I don't even know if that's a good size for women, but these are like perfection. Good old mom butt jeans. So usually I only pick up this brand if it has the large Andre the Giant spout. So Obey Propaganda. They do the Andre the Giant Obey shirt stuff. But this is actually kind of funny. This is a weed shirt. If you look closely, it's paisley and then marijuana leaves. So I couldn't just leave it behind, of course. Do a little smoky smoke in your marijuana shirt, and life's good, you know? So as many of you guys know, I wear a lot of J. Crew stuff. So I kind of know the line a decent amount. Most of the J. Crew stuff that I wear are usually the jeans or the Henleys. They have the perfect fitting Henleys for my size. But these are just some J. Crew Bowery dress pants. You hear about the blank Supreme tees at Kmart. Somebody posted about it on Instagram. It's crazy, $4 a shirt. Yep. Send me a DM. I'll tell you a story about them. I also started picking up larger Levi's, men's Levi's. These are size 40. So for the big boys, 40 by 30. Hopefully I never get to that size. But these are cheap, $4.54. I'll probably ask about 25 to 30 bucks on them. Yeah, the New Era does. Sorry. I think J. Crew does sell Red Wing boots, though. Like J. Crew Red Wing boots, I believe. And last but not least, my favorite find of the day. This is actually going to be a personal. I'm going to keep this for myself because, you know, sometimes you just want to get in a Lily Pulitzer dress. I think this is like a vintage tag, right? I don't know. Let me know. I don't know shit about women's clothing. This is a size 6 women's Lily Pulitzer. I'll probably end up texting the deal queen, asking her what would be the keywords I use. But no, this is pretty cool. It was actually kind of decently expensive, $18.99 minus the 35%. Let me know how much to ask on these because I have no idea. I did just sell like a Lily Pulitzer silk blouse for like 90 bucks or something like that, brand new. But patchwork dresses usually do well. Okay, perfect. That's good to know. So patchwork is one of the keywords. What should I price it at? See, this is great. That's why I like all the women that follow me, because then they can help me when I do once in a blue moon pick up women's clothing. I'm getting a little bit better about it. I picked up a decent amount, but I sent a bunch to the Real because I just didn't want to deal with them. And they accepted one piece, which I was actually kind of surprised. The rest they sent back, and I was just like, It'll give me a week and a half to not think about it. I know probably none of these are going to be accepted. They accepted one. It was like a Ted Baker, like floral top. And they actually priced it at like 65 bucks. I had no idea. But I just started. All right, I've been doing the Real like very, very lightly. Like I probably have like 5 pieces up for sale right now. I've sold probably about 7 or 8 items. They do sell decently quick. Obviously the payout's not that great, so you got to make sure that you have good enough margins. But again, if I'm paying $4 or $5 for a dress and I end up after the payout getting like 40 for doing zero work besides just sending it in, I'm fine with that. Like I could probably sell it myself and sit on it, but I'd rather not. I don't want to photograph it. They'll do a better job of photographing it. 40 to 60 depending on the prints and the patchwork. They're frogs. It's like frogs and flowers and lily pads. No idea what the hell that is. But yeah, it looks like it's more floral print with a little bit of, oh, this is the bird. This is what I was talking about. I think it's a cockatoo or whatever the hell you call it. But yeah, that was my haul for today. Again, I'm going to have to get back to doing inventory. I don't want to, but it's something I have to do. So thank you, everyone, for watching. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, give me a nice little thumbs up. Unless you didn't like my video, that's fine too. Then hit me with the thumbs down. It's all good. Hit me with the thumbs down, but provide a little bit of constructive criticism, because everyone loves a little bit of criticism as long as it's constructive. But yeah, if you guys don't follow me already, I'm on Instagram. I'm Vogue_squared. So hit me up there. That's usually where that's where I'm most social. That's where I'm most active. Try to post at least one photo every single day. Post to my story if I'm not too busy, and just give you general updates and respond with some helpful advice sometimes. Sometimes I just like to respond to people's photos just to be a stupid funny guy. So, all right. Appreciate everyone coming out. Have a great day and happy reselling, everyone. Have a good one.